The United Nations has declared June 26th as the International Day in support of victims of torture. Here in Manitoba, we'd always like to do things a little bit differently, so we've decided that more appropriately, this is in support of survivors of torture. So torture is one of the most profound human rights abuses, taking a terrible toll on millions of individuals and their families. Rape, blows to the soles of the feet, suffocation in water, burns, electric shock, sleep deprivation, shaking and beating are commonly used by torturers to break down an individual's personality. As terrible as the physical wounds are, the psychological and emotional scars are usually most devastating. So tonight, we are here to support all the survivors of torture. And what we would like to do is open with showing the film Memories of a Generation. We're going to let Ali say a few words and then we'll open up for some questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to appear before you today and speak to the crime against humanity taking place in my country of origin, Ethiopia. I thank you also for hosting this special film screening, which tells a little bit about my experience and struggle as a political prisoner and others torture victim. I am appealing to my fellow Canadians and to peace-loving people everywhere to stand against torture, imprisonment, kidnapping, and the sale of children as it's happening today in Ethiopia. Since the disposition of Emperor Haile Selassie in a military coup in 1974, Ethiopians have been subjected to escalating level of repression under the Derg military dictatorship, which ran the countries for 17 years. Hundreds of thousands of people were executed, assassinated, tortured, and imprisoned. The incident known to us as the Red Terror alone is estimated to have claimed 250,000 victims. Since 1991, the government has gone from military dictatorship to narrow nationalist dictatorship, but the operations continue. Since the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, TPLF/PDRF, took power, thousands have been killed, tortured, imprisoned, and disappeared. People such as Saeed Gabramedin, Avarash Barta, Sutota Hussein, Isaac Debrecion, Berleta Maha, Teknai Gabrasilase, Berihagos, Bezab, Avara, Azano Dembele, Tulu in bracket, Ababaina Kulu, Lemisa Boru, Derejek Ana, Anano Mito, Sheikh Ali Ahmed, Yosef, Ayelabati, Lemma Haile, Kabeda Tadese, Wondisurak Desta, Takaba, and Demse Tadese. Ethiopian rights activists like Asafa Maru and Asafa Tadese were assassinated by government force in broad daylight. According to SOSEP and other human rights organizations, there are 35,000 political prisoners in Ethiopia. Prisoners such as Burtukan Mideksa, who was arrested recently, and Abarra Yemanab, who was imprisoned for many years. He was finally released after serving his sentence, only to be arrested again few days later. I would very much like to see an exhibit at the new Canadian Museum for Human Rights in which the names of all the victims of the Red Terror in Ethiopia will be listed. As I said before, the suffering of one of your brothers and sisters cannot be isolated from the rest of your human family. My pain is your pain, and your pain is my pain. for my good, for your good, and the good of all of us. Please don't abandon the torture and the disappeared and the political prisoners, because injustice everywhere is injustice everywhere. Thank you very much, and I really thank you again. Thanks.